Hello guys. My probably next to last video from the beach party in Tullahoma. And man, what a day it was. I'm exhausted. You know the saying, 3 strikes, you're out? Well, today it was like strike one, strike two, strike three, strike four, strike five, and you're in. That was the thing. Absolutely stunning. It just started out in the morning when I had a little bit of a breakfast here in the beach park, which is a small cabin. Well, it's a little structure where they offer just some donuts and coffee and some, biscuits and sausage and stuff. And I ran into a person that by the name I recognized as the director of the Beach Heritage Museum. And one of those 3 guys that I had met in my last stop at Trigger Gap told me what a nice guy he was and that he knew him and that I should send him his greetings and so on and so forth. So I introduced myself and I had hardly started to talk when the guy said, "Oh, you're Wolf. You're famous. You're the guy who flies a 170 around the country, right?" Can you believe it? Just amazing. Anyway, it was strike number one. So then I continued to hike down the flight line, trying to, shoot some pictures. Beautiful, clear day. After a cold night, it warmed up nicely. And I got into the front of this beautiful Beach 18 that you saw in my last video about, round engines and not only round tails here. And after I had recorded that video, I felt somebody tap me on my shoulders. And I turned around, and it was the director again. And he said, "Hey, Wolf, you want to ride in a Beach 18? Stagger wings. Formation of stagger wings flying around. There will be a lot of noise because just now 3 Mustangs took off. It's a constant going on. Anyway, I couldn't believe it. He said, "Well, this is our family Beach 18, and my brother's going to fly it. Don't worry, he's a safe pilot." So I got to fly in a Beach 18. Incredible. Number two, and then, came back, walked around a little bit more, and went back actually to my tent, which is not anywhere near my plane because I put the plane out there closer to the flight line so people will see it and it's for sale. And a really nice Cessna 185 pulled up. And when he had stopped and gotten out, so, I walked over, and I wasn't halfway there when somebody said, "Hey, Wolf, how are you doing?" It was Midwest 185. That's his handle on Backcountry Pilot. Wow, RF guy, it just didn't stop. So I moved back and I said, "Well, you know what? I'm getting kind of tired. So I will sit down next to my plane, rest a little bit." And then suddenly one of those go-karts came up, and a young, really wiry, well, not young actually, he was probably in his 60s, a wiry guy came up and said, "Oh, you got a really nice plane, tell me all about it." And then I read his nameplate, and it said, Kirby Tati, curator of the Beach Museum. And I had read this on the official website, and it struck me because I knew the name. One of my friends here, just in the neighborhood, who built the ultimate soaring machine about almost 15 years ago, something like that. When I asked him how to find a nice 170, he remembered this Kirby Toddy. So, I introduced myself, we chatted, and it was a really nice thing. And now he's the curator, but he still does a little bit of, I don't know, selling airplanes whenever he sees something nice. So we'll see how that works out. Now we are what? Number 4? Kept here, kept staying here, and then I got up and was just going back to the tent. Another one of the YouTubers walked up that I had talked to in Sun and Fun, Martin Powley. So I reached out and we talked a lot. It was a really nice talk and, very, very nice. Can you imagine that I'm kind of tired now? But on the other hand, it's just amazing how serendipity can strike sometimes. Absolutely amazing. And if I look back at all these moments when I felt, no, I can't do that, all these demons and ghosts that try to keep me from pursuing it, to continuing it, during all those times when, it got more and more and more and more expensive, and then there was this problem and that didn't work out and this didn't. And now I think, Jesus, I had to have those experiences, it looks like it. And how worth they were. Absolutely amazing. Another stagger wing flyby. Well, I see, maybe next time around I take a video. So, this is one of the last stops on my way back home to the Boston area, to Grandland, 28 Mike. And I'm gonna probably leave tomorrow around lunchtime, early afternoon, to break this flight up in a couple of easy to do, enjoyable legs. And that's the idea. And then we'll see. Whiskey Blue is for sale, as you know. So if you want to know more about the bird, and a lot of people ask me about it, so we'll see what pans out. If you want to know about it, go to 170bravosale.com. There you'll find a little bit about me, about the plane, all the specs and pictures, and all the things that we put on when we upgrade the firewall forward and the panel and everything. Thanks for watching, and come back tomorrow. I'll have probably a little bit more.